Going by trike. Here we go.
Hey, what is up, YouTube fam? Welcome back to Richie Rich Abroad. I'm your host, Richie Rich.
And this is Cheng. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on our live stream today. And before we officially start our live stream, you have a few words to say?
I absolutely have. I have a couple
Mhm,
words to say. First and
mhm,
foremost, I really want to give a shout out to a
mhm.
couple people. Yesterday we had our meet and greet. It went extremely well. We had close to 30 people there. I had no idea that that many people would show out and
Yeah.
show up. It was great. We had a good time, a really good time. I want to give a shout out especially to JC Mack for helping me to make that happen. We had a lot of conversation about whether or not to continue it or to go ahead and do it. And JC Mack said, we talked a lot, and I'm glad we decided to do it. I really
Mm-hmm.
am. So I wanted to give a shout out to him. Who else did I say I wanted to give a shout out to?
Sunshine
Oh,
shoulders.
absolutely. I also want to give a shout out to Sunshine Shoulders. I know he really wanted to do it. I know he really wanted to be there. and it's a lot easier for me to be
Mhm.
there because I live right across the street.
Yeah.
I live right across the street from the event place, so it's easy for me to walk across the street with the umbrella than for him to uh, get on the ferry, take some transportation to the airport from there, get on a plane,
Mm. And
and
then come home. It's a
and
lot.
he's bringing three people,
Hmm.
so it's a lot. So shout out to Sunshine Shoulders. I know you wanted to do it, and we postponed it, but does not mean cancel. We'll
Hmm.
do it. We'll do it. We'll get
Yeah.
together and we'll do it next time, and it'll be a blast for
Yeah,
sure.
it will be
Right?
for sure.
All right. So all that being said, go ahead and kick off what you wanted to say, and
Yeah.
we'll get it cracking. Yeah.
So for today's topic, we are going to talk about are foreign men exploiting Filipinas or saving them. So before we jump into our topic for today, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe, and the notification bell if you haven't already. And also don't forget that this is a call-in live stream. The number is posted here on the screen. 415-490-8030. Call us and give us your take. And don't forget, if you want to mic up and cam up, we're going to give you the
Slick
slick
Rick
Rick.
will decide
Yeah.
if that's appropriate. Yeah,
Yeah.
he makes
Makes
those
those
decisions.
decisions.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And also regarding call-in rules, give it away. Take it away.
It's very simple. I mean, we want everybody to call in. We would love to have everybody call in. Give us your take. Give us your opinion. Just be respectful. Be polite. Don't attack anybody else. And we're going to give you up to 2 minutes. We want to get as many calls in as possible, and we want to be able to read the comments too.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
also very important. So give you up to 2 minutes, and just get your take in. Get your take in 2 minutes, and we'll get you in and get you out.
Yeah. And always be respectful
I
as
already said it.
yeah, just to reiterate.
Slick Rick will
Anyway.
reiterate with
Mm.
this with the delete button.
Yeah. So again, so why is our ready? Okay,
Sure.
so let's shout out some people first before we head into our topic for today. Let's welcome who's here. Welcome. Good morning, Chuck. Thank you for joining us. We have Rhoda. Thank you so much for joining us today. Raymond is here. Morris is also here. Naps is here as well.
All right, let's get right. Let's get
Okay.
right into it. We got a whole bunch of people in here. It's gonna be a good. This is gonna be a good one. So let's get
Yes.
it cracking.
Mhm.
All right, hold on. Let's take this first call. All right. So Richie Rich
Hey,
and Cheng on the line. Who's calling in?
this is Journey Charles and Joy. How you guys doing?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hello.
What's that?
It's been a while, Chang.
Hello.
How's everybody?
Mhm.
What's happening, man? What you got on?
Rich.
What you got? What you got on this take?
All right, so I guess I think about it two ways. I've said this like in a different chat from you guys before, and I said there's two ways that the government needs to handle it. One, when you have an open, what do you call it, a kind of like system, you're always going to get good with the bad. You're always going to get guys who come in there with the bad intentions, so they exploit the women, and then you have guys who are actually coming there for the right reasons. It's kind of hard to able to judge morality
Agreed.
and everything else like that. So it is very difficult to able to change it, but I don't think it's right to put all men who go overseas in the same category. But
Agreed.
how does a government navigate between people who go there to exploit, like let's say the issue with human trafficking or child predators and stuff like that? How do you scan for those, and the difference between the men who actually go there for the right purposes? So it is a very challenging thing because morality is something that humans just can't define, and it's just weird.
Right.
So that's my take on it. It's
Mhm.
just that it's just a tricky place.
It really is, and I'm gonna agree with you. I think there are two sides. There might even be more than two sides that I haven't looked at, but I think there's at least two sides of it. But in the grand scheme of things, I always think that if they're both of age, it ends up being a transaction. I really believe that it's a transaction, as long as both parties are knowing and understanding of what's going on, and they're both getting what they want out of the relationship. However we think about it, it ends up being a transaction. It might be a transaction that they're cool with, but it's a transaction. So I agree with you. And again, I try to stay away from the other parts of it, the more devious and undermined parts of it, because I think that's a very, very small percentage. But I know it exists. But I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. Thank you
Thank
for your
you so
take.
much.
Yeah, and I agree.
Go ahead.
I agree. I definitely agree with what you just said. I mean, I didn't really see it from that perspective, but like I did, like you do make a whole lot of sense when you said that because it is true. I mean, if yeah, both parties are definitely what you call it, agreeable, then
Mhm.
it's between them, and
Yeah.
that's it. Really has nobody else's opinion really matters on that situation.
Yeah.
I'm just, when it comes down to, it's kind of like everything, if a little bit of poison in a punch kills everybody,
You got that
so
right.
it, what do you do about the small percentage? Do we just ignore it, or do we tackle it? How do you resolve for that? Because I hate to say it, but we don't get. I mean, as a black person and as an African, we don't get the benefit of the doubt when somebody of my color does something here in America because everyone's bunched up. So,
Right.
like, how do you make those distinctions, especially in those foreign lands? Like, yeah, I have a fiance who's a Filipino, and it's don't take a look at people and say, hey, or they'll make things like you're just either you're a loser, LBJ, loser back home. They'll typecast every single person,
Sure.
or they'll say you're just saving a poor
Right.
woman.
Right.
And
You can't
this,
win for
like,
losing.
it,
Yeah.
like it's kind of weird. Like you will never win on the stipulations of upon other people. That's why I come
Right.
to a realization.
Absolutely.
Just stop trying to please people and just live your life.
Absolutely.
That's the best you can do.
Absolutely. I appreciate your take, man, and don't let it be the last time you call.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All
man.
right. Nice talking to you guys. Take
Thank
care.
you. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yes, great points. And I think the small percentage that he's talking about, I mean, when someone reports it, that's when the government act on it.
Right. So yeah, and look, I always say I'm not worried about what other people are thinking. If I'm living my life trying to please other people, then then that's a big mistake. You just have to live your life, and if people don't like it, then they don't like it. If they do, then they do, and more power to you. But it just like you said, you can't worry about what other people are thinking.
Yeah, and as long
Period.
as you are two consenting adults,
That's it.
yeah.
That's it.
Mhm.
Right. So I'm at the end of this, I'm going to say the same thing, which is I don't think foreigners are coming here and saving Filipinas,
Mhm.
and I don't think I don't think foreigners are exploiting Filipinas or saving them either.
Mm.
And I don't think Filipinas are. I think we both understand. I think both sides understand what's going on. We both get something out of it. That's where I'm going to end up at. I'm sure.
All right.
So in the comments, Chuck said, "Good morning, y'all. I want to expound on this question." The comments seem to be skipping the two comments. Sorry, it's definitely an unspoken trade-off between the two parties. As long as the money remains, the love, in quotes, and attention remains. Or if one or both is removed, the preconceived notions are realized, right? And there's a quid pro quo, and there is. I agree with that. It is. There's absolutely a quid pro quo. I always have a hard time saying that. But there is. We just understand. We understand each other. We understand what it is, and as long as you do, and as long as you're both consenting adults, I have no problem with it. But look, let me say one more thing. People don't like the notion of judging. But we all judge. We all judge. You look at people and you judge. How you decide who your friend is, you judge them. How you decide who you pick as your romantic partner, you judge them. We all judge, but we don't like being judged, and it is what it is. We judge, and that's, to me, it's okay. So you put your best foot forward, and hopefully people will see you for who you are. But we're all being judged all the time. So
Yeah.
so I just don't really worry about all of that.
Yeah, so adding to you said being judged, the moment you step out of your door, you know, the moment you put yourself out there, you should expect yourself that you are going to be judged by anyone who's looking at you. So
Absolutely.
how you present yourself, you'll be judged. So how you smell, you'll be
You're
judged.
gonna be judged.
Yeah, so yeah, it's everywhere. So
Yeah.
if you don't want to be judged, then don't judge.
If I get in the elevator right after I come off the gym
Uh,
and I'm smelling funky, they might, oh man, he stinks. Every time they see me after that,
they
they're
will
gonna veer
remember
away from
you.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
People get judged,
Yeah.
and sometimes it might be a misjudgment based on one specific instance, but we get judged and we judge.
Yeah.
It's just that's part of life.
I have a
Right.
quote.
Go ahead. What's your quote? Go ahead.
They're not a book, so don't judge. Okay. Don't judge a book by its cover. They're not books, so don't judge.
All right. Okay.
I just want to make you laugh, honey.
Thank you. Well, we'll wait for the next time. Yeah. Okay. We'll save that laugh for the next time, right? Morris is in the house. Morris said, "Morning, Richie Cheng, Rhoda, Chuck,
Good morning,
Slick, Raymond.
Morris.
Hope everybody's good. What's up, Morris? Rhoda's in the house. We appreciate having you in here, Rhoda.
Hello, Rhoda.
And Naps is in the house. What's up, Naps? Let's
You're
see who else is
ready
in the
for
house.
this live.
Novel, Fantasy Novel is in the house. What's up, my man? Right?
Hello, Novel.
My man, right?
Mhm.
Let's see. PB is in the house. What's going on?
Hello, PB.
Right?
Thank you for joining us.
All right. Who else is in the house? Jermaine Smith is in the house.
Hello, Jermaine.
What's happening, man? Tiger Ronnie is in the house. Tiger, I'm gonna tell you something really. I'm gonna tell you something really interesting, bro. Sometimes I guess I'm a little slow. Only until was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yesterday.
Yesterday, I
You put two
I
and two
put
together.
two and two together and figured out that you're actually Ronnie Wright, right? I thought Tiger was Tiger and Ronnie Wright was Ronnie Wright. I've never put together that both of y'all was the same person. I literally thought you were two different people, but it all made sense after Ching pointed that out to me. So anyway, what's going on, Ronnie? Always appreciate having you here.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan is in the house. Who else? Did we miss anybody else? Did we miss
Uh,
anybody else? We'll get to everybody else.
Alan is here.
Alan is in the house. What's going on, Alan?
Hello, Alan. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you
and
and your wife. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Raymond, I think we call out Raymond, is in
Yep.
the house. Journey Trials and Joy is in the house. We just got a
Hello,
little bit from
Journey.
him.
Andre
Yeah.
Morgan is here.
Andre Morgan.
Hello,
Is that a new
Andre.
name? I think that's a
it
new
is.
name. Yeah,
Welcome to Rich
Yeah.
Rich Abroad.
absolutely. Welcome to Rich Rich Abroad. Drop your comments in here, man. And if you want to call in, jump in and call in. The number should be in the chats. Jump in and call in and give us your take.
Mhm.
And what's the question? What are we talking about again, Cheng?
We're talking about, are foreign men exploiting Filipinos or saving them?
All right.
So we move back to
Okay.
the comments. Back in the Philippines is
Mhm.
back to the Philippines is
Right.
here. Thank you so much for joining us. I think Anders is also here.
Right. Anders is in the house. Appreciate you being here, Anders. Fantasy Novel said, if you want to read comments, we might cause some trouble. Right. That's all right. Slick Rick is on. Slick Rick is quick, bro.
Yeah.
He is super quick. If there's any bad comments, they will be. Yeah, people will. Bang. He will knock those out. Christopher Michael is in the house. We
And
appreciate you,
Christopher Michael, thank you so much for giving us some super chat.
I didn't see that. Thank you very much. Always appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see that.
Yes.
Thank you, Christopher
so
Michael.
much.
Thank you very much. Always
Yes.
appreciate super chats and super stickers. Seldom solicit them. Almost never solicit anything unless there's some donation or some kind of
drives
charity or something like that. But always appreciate it for sure.
Yeah. Thank
Right?
you so much. Isaac
right.
is here.
Ike is in the house. What's up? Okay. All right. Let's get on. Let's get on and get more into our topic.
All right.
What you
So
got?
we hope that we shouted out everybody in this live stream.
By the way, Christopher Michael, that's a good picture of y'all, man.
Yeah.
It's a real good picture of you. Okay.
So
Chosen One's in the house too, by the way.
oh, hello,
Okay.
Chosen
Yeah.
One. So before we dive into this topic, so let me ask you. So when you see a foreign man with a Filipina, what's the first thought that comes into your mind?
I see a foreign man with a Filipina. That's it.
That's it. You don't have any questions in your mind, because I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to be honest. So if I see a foreign man with a Filipina, most of the time, especially, I look at the accessories that they're wearing. So
when you say they, who is they?
the Filipina,
Okay,
Filipina.
like
So
she's wearing.
I've always looked at how she dressed and the accessories or the gadgets that she's holding. So she's holding an iPhone. So definitely just for me. Okay. So I think that, okay. So this is something that she gets from the.
That's what she gets. It's a trade-off. It's a transaction. Is he smiling? Is he holding her hand and smiling? Then he's getting what he wants. Right? Then clearly he's getting what he wants. And if he's happy and she's holding her iPhone and she's got CK or she's got her Prada purse or whatever, if they're both happy, why the f would I care?
Mhm.
Right? I mean, that's how I look at it.
Mhm.
I'm walking down the street. Sometimes I'm with a Filipina.
Mhm.
So how do they look at me? I don't care.
Mhm.
I really don't care how they
Mhm.
look at me. It doesn't concern me in the least. But
Mhm.
if they're happy, I mean, what if they're married? You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
what if they're married? Maybe she works, he works, or even if she takes care of him,
Yeah.
right?
So I
So
think
does
that.
she deserve that? Does she
Mhm.
deserve those accessories or that
I
life?
think so.
Sure, why not?
So the moment I go out there and walk beside you, I think I am well aware that people will look and judge
Yeah,
accordingly. So
right.
I mean, if it's up to you, if you get affected by those thoughts that you
Hmm.
don't even hear because it's all only in their thoughts.
Right.
So the way they look at you, I mean, they can only look, but it's up to you to decide whether or not you'll be affected by how they look
Yeah.
at you or how they think about you.
I'm not worried.
Mhm.
I'm
I'm not.
so not worried about what
Mhm.
people are thinking about me.
Mhm.
I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to
Mhm.
live my best life and enjoy my day.
Mhm.
And if people look at me and they think a certain
Mhm.
thought, I'm not the thought police. I can't
Mhm.
control
Yeah.
what they're thinking or how they feel.
Mhm.
That's on them.
So
Yeah.
what do you guys think when you see a Filipina and a foreigner man? What comes into your mind, guys?
Yeah.
Drop in your comments.
So that's for the audience,
Audience,
right?
yes.
So audience, when you guys see a foreigner, so let's make sure we
Okay.
understand that the question is directed toward them, right?
Okay.
So when you guys see a foreigner with a Filipina, what do you think? I mean, and it might depend on. I mean, I might feel some type of way if there's a huge age gap. But I mean, but even still, if they're both looking happy, yeah, you know what? I mean, it ain't like she's a toddler. You know, it ain't like he's a 60-something-year-old dude and he's holding hands with a toddler or some teenager, right? So I mean, yeah, what do I care? All right. Ahmad is in the house, by the way. Ahmad,
Hello, Ahmed.
yeah. Did I say it wrong?
Yeah.
Ahmed. So Ahmed is in the house. Thank you for that correction, right? Sam McCall is in the house, right?
Hello, Sam
Right?
McCall.
Sam is in the house. That was Sam from last night. We'll take
Oh
this picture.
yeah.
Yeah, right. Sam is in the house. And his wife.
Mhm.
All right, Morris is on the phone. Morris, what you got on this topic?
Hello,
2 minutes and out,
Morris.
brother. Give it to us.
Yeah, I think if I see another man with a Filipino or even any other ethnic race of woman, I say congratulations because you found somebody that you can share time with, share your life with. There are so many people out there that are looking for that connection and striving for that connection. So it makes no difference where they come from. And like I said, I feel encouraged by that
Exactly.
because
You found your happiness.
with even with the Filipinas, I for your topic, I feel that it's neutral because he's coming there looking for something that he can't find or he doesn't get where he is. And the same with the Filipina. She's looking for something that she can't get in her country.
Right.
So basically, it's mutual.
It's a trade-off.
It comes to, yes, it's a trade-off. So each one is getting what they require or what they need, but in different forms.
Right.
But like we are saying, long is mutual, longs of age to consent.
Mhm.
While we have no reason to judge how their relationship is and why they are together.
Exactly.
You know?
They're walking down the street, happy as hell, holding hands and smiling and chuckling with each other. Well, then you found your happiness. Well, what do I need to think
That's right.
about?
Yeah.
You're rah rah rah. You found your happiness. Let me get mine. That's it. Good
Yep.
point. Good point.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I'm
Morris.
happy, and I'm happy for people that find it.
Same
You know?
here. Same. You know what baffles me, Morris. Thank you
Thank
for calling in
you.
as always. You know I'm gonna say it. Don't let it be the last time. So thank you for that. I always think that there's always people who are gonna hate on you
Yes.
for your
for
happiness.
sure.
People, misery loves company. There's always gonna be people who just hate on you for your happiness, and that's okay. That's okay. That their lives aren't fulfilling. Their lives aren't as happy as they want them to be. But so make your life better.
Yeah, I think the hate comes with the envy also.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah, so they desire to have the same situation, or they want to have the same thing that you have. So they all they do is hate because they can't have it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah.
Troy Coates in the house too, by the way. Troy,
Hello, Troy.
always good to have Troy here from Down Under.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
All right, but brother from Down Under.
Mhm.
Troy said, go ahead.
I don't care what people think about me and my Filipina. I've never been happier. I see the same with most foreign Filipino couples.
I see the same thing, Troy. And I always think more power to you, man.
Mm.
It is tough to find happiness these days. It's not easy. And for me, I think if anybody finds their happiness, more power to them. And share some with me. What's the secret, bro?
Mhm.
Let me in on it, right?
Mhm.
So I can get some of that too. But I'm not gonna hate on them for finding their happiness.
Yeah.
I think that's just a waste of time, right?
Mhm.
All right.
All right. So DG is here. Thank
What's
you,
up,
DG.
DG?
So I just think that guy has seen the light.
That's it. That's it. He figured it out. He figured out how to get his happiness. I don't care where you go get it from. If you get your happiness from being at home, then so be it. If you go to another country or another state, so be it. Whatever it takes for you to find your happiness, go do that. Go get that, right? It doesn't matter to me. And I don't think it should to anybody else, but clearly it does sometimes.
So Ahmed said people should just mind their own business, period.
They really should. Just worry about yourself.
Yeah.
Worry about yourself, right?
I mean, it's so easy for other people to look and judge other people, but they don't see themselves.
Right.
It's quick to judge others, but have you looked at yourself in the mirror?
Worry about yourself. Right.
So Christopher Michael said, if the foreigner is older and the Filipina is very young, I would think it might be a situation where money, protection, and or whatever would be involved, but it's their happiness.
Right. Christopher Michael, I agree with you, but let me ask you a question. If the foreigner isn't that much older and the Filipina isn't that much younger, would you think anything different? Would you think anything different? If the foreigner is 55 and the Filipina is, let's say, 40, would you think it's any different? You don't think it's a situation where money, protection might still be involved? I would think
I think it's still the same.
Still the same. I think it just how it looks. I think it's the aesthetics. The aesthetics of it might kind of make people feel some type of way, but I don't think it would be the situation. Probably isn't really any different, right? Okay, but I feel you. I definitely feel you.
Stink Shag.
What's up, Stink Shag?
Hello, Stink Shag. I
love that name. I'm sorry. Stan's my dude, right? But I love the name Stink Shag.
Yeah. I sometimes look at it based on how they are interacting together. A lot of times I see them joking and laughing together. Those couples look like they have a genuine connection. To me, just like there's a continuation, I think.
Richie and Cheng.
Richie and Cheng.
Right.
Yeah. I think, I agree with Stink Shag. It, when other people see us laughing and they see us joking together, we put it out there that a relationship just like this is possible, that there's genuine connection, something.
But it ain't easy.
Yeah. There's genuine connection, and at the same time, it's hard to hear for a lot of people the word transaction,
right,
but both of you are getting something out of the relationship.
If they weren't, they wouldn't be in it.
Yeah.
Right. They wouldn't be in it if they weren't. I mean, who stays in a bad relationship what that isn't benefiting them? I think if they weren't, they just wouldn't be in it, right? Okay.
So Obi-Wan said, I agree, Stink Shag. Some couples look happy, other times the woman look like a hostage.
Right. I agree with that too. Too. Yeah, I've seen some couples where I'm like, yeah, right. She's staying because she needs to stay. Right. She's staying because she needs to stay and she wants that lifestyle.
Yeah.
But she's not, but she's sacrificing. She's sacrificing. She's just saying, you know what? I'm gonna sacrifice for myself and maybe some kids so we can have this lifestyle, and I'm just gonna have to take this one for the team. Yeah.
I've seen some.
I agree with that, everyone. I definitely agree.
So Anders said, one thing I have learned is the older I get, the less I give a flying F about what other people think.
Anders, I got that. That probably hit me around 40 years old.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I think I'm kind of, I think I still care because he said I still care about what other people think. But I'm kind of leaning towards that, getting, that out of my system, that I care less. I think I would say that I care less now compared to
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I don't care at all,
Mhm.
but I care very little about what I got too much stuff to deal with on my own,
Mhm.
working on myself, trying to make myself better, than to worry about what other people think.
Mhm.
If I work on my own self, then the rest will come with it. The rest
Mhm.
comes with it. So
Mhm.
yeah, so Anders, I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Troy quote said, the most hate we get comes from the Western women.
Western women, sometimes
That's
from Western men too. Sometimes seriously from Western men as
for
well.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So but I agree with you. I think most of it.
Mhm.
But why, why they hate? Because the jealousy. The jealousy that there's a dude who's in his a middle-aged dude, and they're looking at the woman who's with him, and they're saying, "Oh, she's only with him because X, Y, and Z." But why would she be with you? Because of X, Y, and Z.
Mhm.
It's no different. But the fact is she's younger, she's fit, feminine, and friendly, and all you can do is say F her or that bitch, because she looks better. She's giving him what you won't give him.
Mhm.
And she's putting in the work and you won't. And he decided to do something different.
Mhm.
So
And
I agree, Troy.
also, that's just to put another side of the coin here. It's not just from the Western women. Unfortunately, here in the Philippines, the hate also comes from fellow Filipinas when they see another Filipina with a foreign guy.
Walking around with an iPhone
Yeah.
and wearing a Prada purse and
Yeah.
CK
Mm-hmm.
earrings and all that stuff, right? And
Mm-hmm.
wishing she had that life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it
Mm-hmm.
is what it is.
Especially when they see the couple joking around and
Right.
laughing loud,
Looking happy.
looking
Looking
happy.
at I think that's like the dagger.
Yeah.
Is when the couple actually looks happy, right?
Oh.
Like you like sticking it to them.
Rubbing it into your
Yeah,
face.
we're supposed to look miserable. We're
Yeah.
supposed to look miserable as hell. Like this, I don't want to be with this
happy.
stinking ass, yeah. But yeah, if you look happy, that's like the real dagger.
Yeah. Mhm. So Raymond said, I don't really give it too much attention when I see a foreigner with a Filipina. When I first arrived, when I see huge age gap, got my attention, but I don't give much thought now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think age gap or not,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
It age gap or not, what's the difference? If there's an age gap, again, as long as she's of legal age, then it's still if they're 5 years apart or 50 years apart, it's still a transaction.
Mm-hmm.
They're still both getting what they want, hopefully, or else they
Mhm.
won't stay in that relationship.
Yeah.
Right?
So Slick Rick put in here the link for the uh if you want to cam up. So
Yeah, if you want to mic up or cam up, here's the link for micing up and camming up and coming on. You'll go through Slick Rick on that, and he'll decide if that works for us, right? Rhoda's Life Adventures said.
Out of the topic, nice hair, Cheng. Thank you so much. I cut off like 8 inches off my hair. Mhm. 8.
8 inches, huh?
Yes, 8 inches.
That's a whole size. Right. What? Oh, I understand. Okay.
Sorry.
See, you nasty, man. Right. Anyway. Okay.
Tiger Ronnie said, every relationship is a transaction one way or
It
another.
is.
It is.
It is. If you're not getting what you want from the relationship, why
you
would you
in a
stay in it?
relationship?
Right. It's a transaction.
It is.
Right. Until you stop getting what you want. Right.
Mm-hmm. Tracy Laurent.
What's up, Tracy? What's going on, man?
Hey there, Rich and Cheng. Blessings. Thank you so much. Blessings back to you.
Back at you. Gamma's in the house.
Hello, Gamma. Oh, the Filipinas create crazy drama when you date a local
They sure
woman.
do. They should all the chismis, man. All the
Yeah.
chismis, right?
Mhm.
Right. But do you think a lot of it is jealousy though?
I think so.
I think a lot
It
of it is
comes a lot
jealousy.
of jealousy.
Right. I'm just I wish they won't say it because ego won't let them say it. But I wish I had their life, right?
Yes.
Right. She must be getting this. She's going to this place, that place, and doing things that I can't do. I wish I had that life. Right.
So Troy said, yeah, man, I agree. It's jealousy driven. Yeah, Chang, I agree. Filipino jealousy and crab mentality from Filipino is a real problem. Filipinos have a lot of struggles dating Western men too.
Absolutely.
I think just to talk about more about the jealousy driven thing. My sister who's working abroad told me that, other people from other nations would help you, would lift you up, but the person who pull you down, unfortunately, is a fellow Filipino in other countries. So they want they other people's other people would want you to be successful, but unfortunately, if you're outside of the country, other people, a Filipino or a fellow Filipino, would pull you down. So
Right.
it's not just here happening here in the Philippines, but also with another when a Filipino goes abroad. So I think it's more jealousy driven.
Cool. Cool. All right. And Rhoda said the same thing. Yes. Some hates come from jealousy. I think a lot of it comes from jealousy.
Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
All right.
Especially when they don't have the skill set.
Right.
Maybe.
And I think that's a great point. That they're really saying, damn, I'm mad because I don't have that skill set that she has to get that guy or to get that lifestyle,
Yeah.
right? It might not even be the guy, but the lifestyle you get for being with that guy, right? So I wish I had that. I wish I could speak English better. I wish I could do X, Y, or Z better, so I could have the ability to have that same lifestyle.
Yeah.
I agree with that, right?
So Morris said, Anders, I had that attitude from young. It got me in a lot of trouble because I express it in disrespectful ways. I know better with maturity.
Right.
We learn.
Right.
We learn from ours.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So Anders said, lol Morris, yeah, wisdom comes with age. For most of us, I am more tempered these days at 55 than at 20.
Who isn't? If you're not, dude, you've really done something wrong in your life, right? If you haven't learned to harness your emotions between the age of 20 and 55, you've really missed out on a lot of stuff for sure. So great point, Anders. Great point, man.
Yeah. So Makisland sa America, US. Welcome to Richie Rich Abroad. Thank you so much for joining us on our live stream.
Welcome, Mac.
Your intentions come back on you, so you have to be careful on both sides.
I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely agree. Mac, I'm just going to call it Mac Eastland. So, Mac, appreciate you coming in and joining our conversation. Don't let this be the last time. And if you want to call in. The number is in the chat. You can always call in and add your comments, or we'll give you 2 minutes and 2 seconds to say what you want to say. All right. Go ahead with Gamma.
Gamma said it's 100% jealousy. Also, they sometimes treat a Filipino with more respect if she has an afam. An afam is a foreigner guy. So, yeah,
okay,
so,
thank you.
So it's a slang term.
Right.
The Filipino use that.
Okay. All right. So go on. Next. What's next? What we got next?
So we're talking about this stereotypes. So let's talk about the stereotypes of a Filipina dating a foreign guy and the stereotype of a foreign guy. So what are the normal stereotypes of a Filipina? I think this is what I heard a lot of times. No, so the Filipinas are submissive, gold digger, mail order bride. So those are the usual things that I hear that Filipina are. So I think what can you say about the foreigner stereotypes?
Well, submissive. I just think submissive. You can throw that out the window. I don't think the modern Filipina is submissive. Not most of them, anyway. Not most of them. I think social media has beat the hell out of submissive, and I just don't think that there's too many places outside of Japan where you're going to find a submissive woman. I think the modern woman in the West and here is not submissive anymore. So forget about that. And what was the other ones?
Gold digger.
Gold diggers. But I have issues with the whole gold digger thing, right? Because if a man comes here to the Philippines and he finds some young Filipina who does X, Y, and Z for him, and she treats him like a king in exchange for A, B, and C, right? What is the difference between what does the woman at home want from a man? She wants the same exact thing. She doesn't want anything different. She wants the same exact things a Filipina wants. Nothing more, nothing less. The difference is what the Filipina is willing to do to get those things.
Yes.
She's willing to put in some work. She's willing to serve him. She's willing to take care of him and cook or clean or take care of his needs or whatever it might be. She's willing to put in that work to get those things. She's willing to earn those things.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference. I don't think there's any other difference between the Western woman and, well, there's a lot. And she's willing to respect her man.
Yeah.
She shows respect for her man. She's not going to she's going to respect her man and earn those things.
I think
but as far as what they want, what the Western woman wants and what the Filipino wants, the only difference is what they're willing to do to get those things.
I agree.
That's my opinion.
I agree with you. I think the difference of a gold digger from the gold digger just wants something, but they don't give back anything. So they just want to get and get, or
Right.
take and take without giving. So I think that's what a gold digger is. And I heard a phrase, or a quote that said that all women you have, or all women are expensive. It depends on, just choose a woman that you can afford.
Right.
Mm.
Right. Morris wants to add something to this. So go
Okay.
ahead and put him in here.
Yeah. What's up,
Hold
Morris?
on just a second, Morris. Just a sec. You gotta keep watching that.
Okay. Hold on. Give us a moment, please. Thank you.
Okay, Morris, go ahead.
Hi. Yes. On the topic of what you was expressing about how the scene. When I came to the Philippines in 2018, and talking, even talking to some of the gentlemen, and just having a conversation with a few ladies, they automatically thought that I was rich.
Yeah.
Oh, you must be rich. You come to the Philippines, and you must be looking for a wife. And I had to actually sit this gentleman down and said, listen, I said, do you know I had to save up for so many years to come to this trip? And it's like, what? And I had to tell him how much I pay to live. It's like, wow. I said, yeah, man, I'm not rich. I said, I had to sacrifice, make that sacrifice to come there. And I was married there. And I still, my children were still with me.
Right.
But
so all that said, even though you say that, the fact is that most of the Filipinos here have never been out of their own country. So the fact that you can save up that kind of money makes them feel like you're rich, no matter what you tell them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, and
that's true.
I mean, $2,000 a month. I've seen a lot of videos actually, and I'll just finish this off air. So thanks again, Morris. Keep them coming, brother. Keep them coming. I've seen so many videos on YouTube where they ask, how much do you want your man to make? And they'll say a month. I think they'll say like 50,000 pesos a month, right? They would consider that to be like a lot of money. 50,000 pesos. How much is 50,000 pesos?
It's like less than $1,000.
It's a lot less than 1,000, right?
Like $800.
It's like $800 a month, and they feel like that's a lot of money. $800 a month, right? So, and again, you can't blame them. They don't understand the difference. A lot of them don't understand the difference in the cost of living in the United States or in the West, right? But the fact that we can come here and have money in our pockets, we're doing something that a lot of them can't do. So they're going to look at a certain type of way, no matter what we think or no matter what we tell them, right? You want to read?
Yeah. So Christopher Michael said, honestly, it depends, but happiness is happiness. People always have to say something as we go through the breaking down culture barriers and letting people just evolve and enjoy each other.
Boom. That's it.
Yeah.
Forget. People are always going to judge. People are always going to judge. People are always going to have something to say or think a certain type of way. You can't control that.
Yeah.
You just control what you do or who you are or how you present yourself. That's it.
Yes, for sure. Right? So, we talked about earlier the. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
Okay. So we earlier talked about the stereotypes of the Filipino, being called as a gold digger, submissive, and mail ordered, right? Now, what are the stereotypes of a foreigner to us? Just like what
when you say a foreigner, are you talking about women, or are you talking about men? Or are you talking about in general?
Foreigner men in general who come here to the Philippines. So,
second half, fourth quarter.
Yeah. So another thing is that what Morris mentioned, that a lot of Filipinos would think that you are rich because the fact that you came here to our country, you have money to spend on a vacation and airfare.
You're flying out here. You're flying. I mean, some men are taking women on trips, right? Again, you're doing things for these women that a lot of local men can't do for them. Not all, but a lot of local men simply can't do for their women. So you're giving these women treatment that they've never had before. So they do look at you as rich because again, I mean, if you're doing things that are outside of their ability to do, and that's,
Yeah.
I mean, the same way as we look at really rich people, that's how they're looking at us. And I mean, I mean, it's reasonable. It makes sense to me. But you, I think that, like you just touched on it, I think the money aspect is a big deal. I think how they look at a lot of foreigners, because young foreigners are not coming here. Young foreigners will go to Japan, or younger foreigners will go to Europe. A lot of them will go to Europe, or some will go to South America.
Yeah.
Right, places like that, like Costa Rica, or Panama, or Brazil,
Yeah.
or places like that, or Colombia. So I think a lot of the younger people go to different places, but I think a lot of older foreigners or middle-aged foreigners come here to the Philippines because they think it's a second chance at love. They're in their fourth quarter. They're in the second half for sure, right? Average age lifespan is what, 75 years?
Yeah.
So you're over 37. So you're easily in the second half.
Yeah. For
Right.
sure.
And most of them are divorced. Most of the foreigners who come here are divorced. They probably have kids already. Some don't. I'm surprised. There are quite a few guys I met that don't have kids. But they're looking for happiness.
Yeah.
They're looking for happiness, and they're looking to be treated with respect and be treated better than they're treated where they come from. And they can come to the Philippines and be treated a lot of them feel like they can come to the Philippines and be treated better, and and have a woman on their arm. That's beautiful. That's have a pretty woman on their arm who actually treats them better and with respect.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. And also, just you touched this one earlier. So, as a Filipina, a lot of Filipinas would think that a foreigner who comes here is rich. Number two, he's looking for a girlfriend or a wife.
For sure.
Okay, so
For
that's
sure.
what a lot of Filipinas think. So the Gamma Effect said, I rather have a Filipina gold digger than just a normal USA woman with high expectations. At least Filipina give you credit for doing a lot for her.
Right, and she's gonna appreciate. She's gonna appreciate what you do for her. Most of them will. If you pick a quality woman here, she's gonna appreciate everything you do for her. She's gonna reciprocate that back. Sometimes even twofold. Right? You're gonna get more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I'm not saying better or I'm not saying worse, but you're gonna get the bang for your buck for sure. All right, I think this is DG on the line. Hold on, DG. Go ahead, man.
Hey, what's up?
What's happening,
Richie
buddy?
Cheng?
What's going on, man?
Hey, just commenting, man. I think, women are the same. Every country you go for, women need money. They're gonna ask men for money. It's just wherever you go. So I mean, some are more clever how they ask for money.
Right.
It's different, depending on where you're at. But they all have the same mindset. I mean, they're all looking for the same thing. So I don't think there's too much difference. I mean, in that aspect, I mean, culturally, yeah. But I mean, when you get down to the brass tacks of things, they're all the same, pretty much.
I agree.
And I think a lot of guys like the game in Asia a little bit better than I'll say this: older guys like the game in Asia better than they do like South America or Africa or Europe.
Why?
Well, there's no language barrier.
Right.
Really, not that much of a language barrier.
Right. I think that has a lot to do with it too. There's a smaller language barrier. Do you think it has anything to do with the size of the woman? I mean, we're shooting from the hip. We're being real. Do you think it has anything to do with the woman being fit, feminine, friendly, and all of that stuff?
Oh yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I just, I think and my mother even said, she's like, you were in the Asian women before you were in the Asian. She told me that.
Right. All right, DG.
I mean, I just think it's the same. Hey, there's not too much of a difference. I mean, they all want money. At the end of the day, they're not with you for your good looks. I'm an ugly dude anyway. So.
All right,
yeah, that's all I have, Rick.
Much appreciated, bro.
All right.
Thank you, DG.
Okay, y'all.
All right. Yeah, and I mean, like DG said, no matter where you go on this planet, women are if they're looking for a man, they want provision and protection. That's what they want. It doesn't. I don't care where you are. If you're in the West, if you're here, women want the same thing out of a man, right? And if you can't provide that, they're going to look elsewhere. So in my opinion, it all comes down to what is she willing to give in exchange for that.
Mhm.
What am I getting back? And a lot of women hate the transaction. Oh, that's a transaction. Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. If you want that from me, you're going to have to give me something in return.
Mhm.
And you're going to have to give me what I want. I'm giving you what you want. You're going to have to give me what I want. And I'm telling you what I want, right?
Mhm.
And I think here in the Philippines, a lot of women are willing to do that.
Mhm.
And not only they're willing to do that, but they enjoy doing that. A lot of women enjoy taking care of their men. A lot of women enjoy going shopping for the family and doing family stuff, or grocery shopping, cooking,
Mhm.
clean. They enjoy that. They think. I think a lot of women feel like that's part of the deal, and
Yeah.
they take pride in it.
And as long as you don't feel like it's a chore, I think that's where you do it out of love. You don't feel like it's a chore because it's more of an obligation. You're doing it as return
It's
of
duty.
it's duty. Yeah, it is.
It's duty.
Mhm.
We have a duty. If our duty is to go out and make money and provide and protect, right?
Mhm.
Protect our family, make money for our family to live a comfortable life. That's our duty, right? If we didn't do that, you would say we didn't do our job, right?
Yes.
So we have our different jobs,
Mhm.
right? And so I think here in the Philippines, a lot of women are willing to do the thing that we are asking them to do,
Mhm.
which might be different from how Western women feel
Yeah,
about it, right?
and just like what you said, if we're asking you, like for example, we're asking you to provide a house as a woman, we duplicate that or reciprocate that by
Mm.
providing you a home. Okay, a house we provide a home.
Thank you, Ching. Thank you. All right. All right. Did you do this one? Did you already do?
Yes,
Okay.
Paul.
All right. Cool. Next comment.
I think so. Christopher Michael answered your question earlier.
Mhm.
So he said it's still the same. It's not
It's still the
different.
same. Yeah.
So Troy said it's not easy to find submissive Filipinas now.
Nope,
You are
it's
right.
not.
Social media is playing a big part in that. I am lucky to have a fit, feminine, friendly, submissive, and traditional Filipina.
Yeah, and sometimes you have to. I mean, you really have to set boundaries, as far as as someone being. I don't like submissive, but as far as making sure that someone doesn't, that you don't allow people to disrespect you. You have to set boundaries in your own relationship, and sometimes it's necessary because social media teaches women to talk to men a certain way now. Like you can just talk to men crazy, or you can do crazy stuff, the stuff you see in videos, and women even out here think that they can start doing the same stuff. And but listen, the reason they don't understand, some of the thinking is a little short-sighted, because they don't understand the reason women think that they can do all that stuff in the West, because they make their own money. They have their own money, right? But if you don't have your own money and you think you can just talk to a man crazy and treat him any crazy way, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. You're really gonna get your feelings hurt. So and I don't think you can do it even with your own money, but
Yeah.
but anyway.
Well, I mean, if you are in a relationship and you accepted that man and she
Mhm.
accepted you, I think you need to have you've come to an understanding that your money is like doesn't matter anymore in that relationship. I mean, it helps pay the bills if you're splitting everything,
Mhm.
but the money doesn't mean that you have leverage over the relationship, especially if you're a woman.
Right.
So it helps contribute to the family, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have the power over the relationship.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Pass me the remote, please. It's a little warm.
Okay po.
All right. Anyway, so you want to read Chuck's comment?
Yeah, Chuck
Awesome, thank
said, since every Filipino relationship is deemed transactional, I will make certain that my pennies reflect the quality of women I can afford.
Right. And look, a woman's gonna let you know if you can afford it or not, right? Maybe
Mhm.
she wants Prada, Gucci, or CK or Chanel. Maybe she wants that. If you can afford it, then and if you think she's worth it, to me, I don't think any woman is worth all of that. I think what she's worth is what's in here. That's what tells me what she's worth. And if she's all about all the material stuff and she's gonna bleed me dry, she ain't got a job. Miss me with all that. Somebody else can have her. And no, there's no woman with no kind of box that's that great where I'm gonna spend all my money on some dumb stuff like that. But there's dudes who like that. They want the woman on their arm who's all decked out and they feel like it's an ego boost to them to have that super hot woman on their arm. I'm cool with them. I'm cool with them. But for me, I just want a good woman on my arm. I just want a good woman. She could be cute. think you're pretty cute,
Thank you.
right? But yeah, she can be cute. She don't need to be super hot. Just
Mhm.
treat me good. Just
Mhm.
make sure you treat me good,
So
right?
again, Chuck, piggying back on what you said, I think that every woman, you're going to spend money, or every woman is expensive. It depends on the kind of woman that you can afford.
I don't think every woman's expensive.
I mean, let's let me
Because with your
rephrase.
cheap ass, every woman is definitely not expensive, but there's some women that are more expensive than others.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But choose a woman that you can afford. I'll just put it that
Yeah,
way.
exactly. Choose the kind
Mhm.
of woman you're just pick the kind of woman you're looking for.
Mhm.
If you want that high class woman that is super fine and all that
Mhm.
stuff, then go get that woman. That's
Yeah.
cool. But you know, I mean, you understand what comes with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
understand that she'll be needing money for for makeup and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantasy novel said, is he saving her? Was she starving to death?
Nope.
Was she homeless,
Nope.
beaten and broken on the side of the
Nope.
road? I doubt it. Exploiting her, I think that's a loaded idea, and I doubt it. It's a trade.
Thanks,
It
novel.
is.
You're right on point.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with that.
Mhm.
Absolutely, it's a trade off. That's it.
But I think there are situations where, there are some foreign guys who would want to, who found a Filipina who's really on the impoverished.
There's a lot of dudes like that.
Yeah.
They have the savior complex, or they. But I think here's what I think. I think a lot of those kind of dudes, they don't have confidence, and they think that the only way that they can land a quality woman and keep a quality woman is, or land a woman and keep a woman, is they have to save her. They have to pick someone who's totally impoverished, has nothing, and give her a little something, and then she's going to be thankful and grateful to him forever. Thank you so much, and she's going to love him forever because he saved her. I think there's dudes like that. There's definitely dudes like that here who come here and they feel like they got to save that girl,
Yeah.
and that's how they're going to keep her. And I think it's kind of sad. I think it's kind of sad, and not that some people, not that it's terrible to help people. It's not what I'm saying, but I think if that's the only way you feel like you can get a woman and keep a woman, then that's more of a reflection on you and where you are.
Yeah, and I also think that, those foreign guys who do that are, thinking that this woman will be in debt forever, in debt. How do you say that? Utang na loob.
Yeah, I don't speak Tagalog.
Yeah, so utang na loob is like you're indebted to me forever. So
Right, you taught me that before.
Yeah. So and also some Filipinos
How do
too.
you say that? Like I can translate something
Yeah.
Tagalog. Yeah.
But you get what I mean.
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay, so also I think there are some Filipinos who wants to be saved too. Say they put their situation out there, and they look for a foreign guy who can actually save them. So I think there are also Filipinos who wants to be saved.
You might be right. And for those Filipinas, I hope that they find the kind of guy that they're looking for. But I think the guy that they're looking for, if a guy jumps into that situation and he tries to save her, do you think he's going to be a good guy or a quality man? I don't think. I'm willing to bet that dude is not going to be a quality man. He's going to look to be the dude who controls her because he has all the money, he has all the control in the relationship. He's looking for that kind of relationship, and I hesitate to think that is a quality man. That's what a lot of people would consider a quality man.
Yeah, I get your point, but I think in the mind of that Filipina who is looking to be saved, that guy who stepped in and saved her, that for her
she'll be forever thankful.
Yeah, and that for her is a quality guy my.
You know what? I agree with that. I actually agree with that. That's a good point. Good point. Okay, I feel you. All right, DG said, I think a lot of guys know the game in Asia. You know what it is. Look, is the game here any different than the game at home? I don't think the game is any different.
It's not different. It's just that it's how women reciprocate the things that you offer.
I think the game here is the same. It's how do you win here? How do you win here? Is you choose a quality woman. You choose a quality woman who's going to reciprocate. That's it. But the game is the same. The difference is in the West, a lot of women are not going to reciprocate. A lot of women are going to be disrespectful to their man if he doesn't give. And even if he gives them what they want, they're still going to be disrespectful. You can win here. I think that's the difference. Here, you can actually win the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think at home you're set up for failure. You can't win. You're in a lose-lose situation because you have a lot of women who are never going to be satisfied. They're never going to be happy. They always want more, 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 more.
Mm-hmm. So
And yeah,
is it like they have more expectations? So at least
exactly.
it's the same here in the Philippines, but we have lesser expectations. So 8,000 miles away is here.
What is up 8,000 miles away? We appreciate you dropping into our live stream, bruh. Salute to you. And if you got comments, make sure you drop your comments. If you want to call in and add 2 minutes and 2 seconds of your take, do that too. Definitely. The phone number is in the
2 minutes,
chat.
Hannah, not 2 seconds.
2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Ah,
I said what I said.
Okay po, my
I know
bad.
exactly what I said. Thank
My
you,
bad.
though.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm. So call in number is 415-490-8030. Thank you so much, Slick Rick, for putting that here on the chat. And also we have Amirabui Al Mubarak. Thank you so much for joining
What's
us.
up, Amirabui?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right.
All right.
So
And where we
okay.
at?
Mhm.
Okay, here we go.
So Sam said to Fantasy, you would be surprised. Some are starving and living in not so good situations.
And I think that's what Cheng is saying. Those women do exist, but can we agree that that's not the majority of women? I mean, those women do exist. There's women in tough situations. Do you disagree with that? You feel like there's a lot of those women, or do you
There's
think
a lot of those women, I think. It's a more, maybe 60-40. 40% are those women not in a good,
that are looking to be saved?
that are looking to be saved,
Right.
I think.
Mhm.
Just my opinion.
Right. Okay.
Mm.
I stand corrected then. I
Mhm.
mean, you know more about your culture than I
Mhm.
do. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything about the Philippines when
Mhm.
you've been here your whole life. So
Mm.
so I apologize. I stand corrected on that.
It's
Okay.
all good.
So there's women who are looking to be saved. I would just say I think that the dudes who are out there doing the saving, um, I don't know. Like I said, we all judge, and I think, and like you said, I guess maybe in that woman's mind, he's still a quality man
Yes, because
in her mind because he's
Mhm.
giving her what she needs,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Fair enough. I mean, fair enough is like we said from the jump. If they're both happy and they're both getting what they want, what do we care? What do I care, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
So he's able to provide me
So
a house
mhm.
and the food on the table, a comfortable life. All I have to do is to just follow whatever
Right.
you're saying.
I was sleeping on the bed. I mean, I was sleeping on the floor. Now I'm sleeping in a bed, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
was sleeping with leaks in the roof, and now I'm sleeping in a condo, right? Now I didn't have electricity before, steady electricity, or I didn't have a phone. Now I have an iPhone,
AC.
right? Now I got AC and an iPhone, right? So things are looking. Yeah, shout out to you. High five. I feel you. I got you. I got you. Okay.
So Troy said, I think the term submission is misunderstood these days. Most get submission and oppression confused.
I think so too. I personally don't like the term submission. I know it's in the Bible and all that stuff. I don't like the term because I know it triggers a whole bunch of people. And do I want a woman to be in submission or submissive? How I look at it is this: when you choose this man, you choose him to be the leader of your household, the leader of your family, right? You're saying, I respect your ability to lead me and lead our family. And with that, I expect that woman to respect my opinions or respect my decision making ability. And that doesn't mean I'm always going to be right, but I better be right a whole lot more than I'm wrong, or else she's going to lose respect from me. It's that simple. So that's, to me, that's what she's saying. I respect your ability to lead us as a family. I respect your ability to make decisions for us as a family, and that's all. It doesn't mean that you have to bow down. You have to serve me all the time. That's cool that you take good care of me, but it doesn't mean that's what I'm expecting. You wipe my feet, you wash my booty, and all that stuff. But that's what I think of when I think of submission. That's how I think of it.
For me, submission is you just say yes to everything that he says. That's submission to me.
Do you say yes to everything I say?
Not really.
You don't. You really don't. You 2 minutes ago you just said you just defied you defied me openly in front of this whole group of people. You defied what I said and said something opposite.
That's not how I look
Tired
at
of you.
That's not how I look at it. I think when I
That's not how I
offer
look at it either.
something, when I offer something, I'm just giving you a different perspective from a woman's
And I
point of
appreciate
view.
and I respect that, and that's what I would want you to do is offer your opinion. If I ask your if I solicit your opinion, that's what I'm asking for. Even if it's contrary to what I think, I'm wanting your opinion. I don't think I'm always right or I know everything. I'm willing to learn new stuff all the time.
Yeah, as long as you do it
That's
respectfully, I
it.
think that's the
That's
key.
all that matters.
Mhm.
Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me respectfully, and I'm cool with that. Okay.
Yeah, so Anders said, so I am the weird one.
You're supposed to say you don't see that.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
I am the weird one out that is looking at Philippines, do not want to date there. You're not
So
weird.
am I
And
am I the
yeah,
weird
so
one?
am I the weird one? You're not the weird one because
Nah,
the
man.
Philippines
Yeah.
is a beautiful country. And personally, before I want to explore other countries, I want to explore my own country first because there
Right.
are a lot of beautiful places here that I haven't visited and I wanted to explore.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're not the weird one if you don't want to date here in the
Yeah,
Philippines.
everything ain't for everybody, Anders.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's, I keep saying, life is about finding what your happiness is.
Mhm.
How, whatever it is, it might be surfing, it might be dating, it might be a pretty girl, a nice woman. Whatever your happiness is, find that and roll with it. And roll with whatever it might be.
Mhm.
So no, it don't make you weird at
Mhm.
all, right? All right. Moore said yes. The words of Luther Vandross, right? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Fantasy said, Sam, I mean, I expect few Western guys to go out and find that woman who is starving or living under a bush. They find one in the coffee shop. Mm.
Okay. What about that?
Hold on. I'm trying to decode
Process.
process.
Okay. Okay. So while you're kind of processing that, I think Novel is saying, look, I mean, you're not going down out to Tondo, and you're not these cats ain't going out to Tondo or going out to
Fine.
the under the bridge and finding these impoverished women and cleaning them up and and scrubbing them and
Scrubbing
yeah,
the
yeah,
feet.
yes, and turn them into this. I mean, it ain't. I don't think it's like that. But your point is well taken, both you and Sam, is that there are a lot of women who are in some difficult situations
Yes.
who may not have come from a lot, and if there's a dude who can help them to improve their life, they would be very grateful.
Interesting conversation that I
Mhm.
had with a few women
Mhm.
a few weeks ago that you know I just overheard. I
Mhm.
was in the coffee shop and they're talking
He was
like eavesdropping,
right?
yeah. And they were talking about, you know what? You better find yourself a foreign
Mhm.
guy, because to help you get out of your
Right.
situation and all that. So I'm like, so a lot of Filipinos really think or look at the foreign guy that way, that
Mhm.
he is someone, he is that one person who could save me from my current situation, because
Right.
a lot, for the most part, the foreign guys are less judgmental. I mean, we all judge, but they're less judgmental when it comes to the situation, more accepting. Let's
They're
just say
they're
they're more
they're they're going to be willing to accept your
Mhm,
situation a lot
mhm.
of times, whereas the local dude won't
Won't.
do it.
Mhm.
And I think you make that point, and it's a very important point.
Mm.
A foreign guy provides a lot of Filipinas with more options
Mm.
because left to if she's left alone without the choice or chance or opportunity to be with a foreign guy, she doesn't have very many opportunities
Mhm.
to get. Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh, damn, that was my stomach,
I'm
right?
very
Right.
opinionated.
Yeah. But a foreign guy gives her more options, gives her
Mhm.
options that she doesn't really have, especially if she has children,
Mhm.
especially if she's been married before.
Mm.
But look, we'll stick with the children point.
Mm.
If she has children, she has a foreign guy who's willing to come in and accept those children.
Yeah.
She has that as an option that she
Mm.
probably would not have otherwise.
Yeah, and I
Right.
would just want to be real with you
Mhm.
and real with our audience here, because the moment I put myself out there, went back 3 years, 2 to 3 years ago, before I opened up myself, I
Mhm.
understand my current situation,
Mhm.
that I don't have options, or maybe I don't have a lot of options when it comes to Filipino guys,
Mhm.
because I know my culture, and
Mhm.
they won't be accepting, and the family will be involved. That why did you pick a woman that has children?
Right.
So I know exactly what they're going to say. So I tried. I just I don't have a lot of options. So why
So you got the bonus.
yeah. I got not just a bonus, a jackpot. So you know why would you keep pushing or insist yourself in a situation where you will not win? So go at least at maybe 20% or 50% you have a chance,
Mhm.
then I'd take that chance.
Right. Why not? Right.
Mhm.
I mean, you got nothing to lose, right?
Mhm.
You have nothing at all to lose. So I agree with that. I
And
agree.
I'm competing with single women without children, so I know that I'm not that maybe the least desirable among the choices of women out there in the dating app or dating scenario. So
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
as long as you understand your situation, so I think it will be easier for you.
Mhm.
So back to the Philippines, said Richie or Cheng, what kind of medicine can get from mercury drug or Watson's for curing acidic reactions from drinking pure calamansi? I think this is what I know, Gaviscon is, I think, for hyperacidity, or Kremil
What
S.
is it called?
Gaviscon, I'll chat it here. Okay, Gaviscon or
Mhm.
Kremil S. It's over the counter medicine for
Mhm.
hyperacidity. So yeah,
Okay.
Gaviscon
Gaviscon. Okay.
or Kremil S.
Learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
For
no-
hyperacidity, or what do you call that? Heartburn.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Good looking
Mm-hmm.
out on that, right?
Yes.
C Fing is in the house, and C Fing, that is a new name. And so, welcome to Richie Rich Abroad. Welcome to our chat. Drop your comments in here. Don't let this one be the last time. And if you want to call in and give your 2 minutes and 2 seconds of your opinion, then you can do so at any time, brother. Okay. All right. So,
Seaford.
C Ferg, thank you for calling that out. Right? You gotta get people's names right. C
Mm-hmm.
Ferg, apologize for that.
Welcome to Rich Rich Abroad, Seaferg, and like the live, it would be nice to see a few of you, all female friends, on with you to let me say that again.
Let's do that.
It would be nice to see a few of you, all female friends, on with you all to answer some questions. Actually, we have Rhoda here to answer some of the questions.
We do. And you know what? You know what would be cool though? It would be cool to get a nice little. We had a group of women at the meet and greet last night.
Mhm.
It would be really cool for you to get a group of women and do a round table. I
Yeah,
think that would be
that would be
awesome.
cool
I
in theory, but when
Yeah.
there's camera
Right. When
already,
there's cameras around,
yeah.
it just
They're cool yesterday
Yeah.
when we're doing B-roll because they're not speaking and
Right.
all that. But the moment I ask, whenever there's
Yeah.
camera, they start saying no.
Yeah,
So
they're
it's
afraid of the
really cool.
camera. They're
Yeah.
yeah. So many people are super afraid of the camera. Last night they were chopping up, chatting it up, and it's not like they're shy, but when it comes to speaking English
Yeah.
and expressing their opinions on camera, easier said than done. Yes, but I feel you, and we would like to. And
Yes.
don't think that we don't always try to
We
do that. We
try.
try, but yeah, but getting people on camera is
It's
not as
so
easy.
difficult.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not
And
as easy as you might think it is.
and shout out to those, YouTube channels who are
Mhm.
doing street interviews because
Right.
it's really tough to get people
Yeah.
in front of the
You
camera.
get the illusion that they just stop every third person and the person
Yeah.
stops and talks to them,
Mm.
but they don't understand that when they do street interviews, that it probably takes
A
2
whole
hours,
day, or maybe a
2
whole
hours
day.
to get somebody to stop and be willing to
Mm.
do an interview,
Yeah.
and it's tough. It's
Mhm.
really tough, but,
Mhm.
well, we'll keep trying. We'll keep trying,
Mhm.
right? Okay.
So, Novel said, a good Western man, I expect, would rather find that starving homeless woman and give her a job as a live-in maid, nothing adult, just a helping hand.
Yeah, something.
Mhm.
Yeah, something. Help her out.
Yeah.
But yeah, but find a woman on your own level. I mean, wouldn't you want to have a woman on your own level,
I think so.
or have a man on your own level?
Mhm.
I don't know. Nava, I'm with you on that.
Mhm.
I just think what's when you think about the mindset of a person who's looking for someone starving or impoverished and all that stuff, and that's the woman you're going to find and you're going to pick her up out of, what does that say about that person's mindset?
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you have, just like you always say,
Mhm.
Annie, you have to think ahead. If you want that woman to be your partner, how can you have those interesting and fruitful conversations if you don't have, at least your minds are not,
Right.
really on the same page?
Right. That woman
Yeah.
likely is not going to speak. Her English level is not going to be very high, so it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
very difficult to communicate with that
Mm-hmm.
woman. It brings a lot of potential problems. All right,
Yeah.
let's take this call. We'll get
Mhm.
this call. All right, Rich and Ching's on the line. Who's calling in?
This is LaQuay Rhodes.
What's up,
Hey,
LaQuay?
Lakwe.
Give us your 2 minutes and 2 seconds, brother.
All right. So about the question that you asked, a lot of times it's not the Filipina, it's really the family.
Mhm.
And like, if you understand, I'm not going to say like Filipino family culture, but there's like a toxic aspect of the culture specifically that comes from poor people, where like they have kids and then they treat their children like uh more like an indentured servant, and they teach the children who take a load where they feel as though like the children owe them their life, and they completely take over their life. And then like when they get married, especially to a foreigner, they think that the foreigner is liable to take care of them, and it's like a whole bunch of nonsense that comes along with that. And like I understand that like we come from different cultures, but
Mhm.
the thing is like when you're mixing two cultures, it's not a one way street. It's a two-way street. And
Agreed.
a lot of the times, it's not going to be the Filipina. It's going to be the family, and it's going to be very tough to navigate that, because if family is the only thing that she knows, and if she was raised a certain type of way, it's going to be very hard to like break her out of certain patterns and thoughts and habits. And
Agreed.
if you end up marrying a poor Filipina, and the family's like very controlling and they're very active in
Mhm.
her life, they're gonna make your life a miserable hell. Like no matter your intentions for her or what you're trying to do with her, the family's way too involved and they're way too needy. So the relationship is eventually it's gonna turn very dark and very sour real
Right.
quick.
Right. You make some great points. I appreciate you calling in as always, brother. And I'll add to that, and I'm gonna say, you know, that's why we keep talking about not choosing the low hanging fruit. Why would you go out and choose the woman who's? I mean, if you just ran into a woman and she's super sweet or something like that, that's different. But why would you go look for the low hanging fruit?
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you look for someone who's on your level or above your level,
Mm-hmm.
someone who brings a lot to the table?
Mm-hmm.
I just think um, we were talking about that yesterday. That's the trick about here in the Philippines. There are so many pretty women, so many good-looking women that are not necessarily quality women.
Mm-hmm.
And you can and God forbid you should pick a woman who's not very pretty or not very good looking and choose her just because she's impoverished or because she comes from a place where she's very needy and you can help her.
Mm-hmm.
Why choose that woman because she needs you?
Mm-hmm.
Why not choose the woman who's with you because she wants to be with you?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So great points.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely great points.
Yeah.
And also remember that if she's impoverished, chances are really really high that her family is also going to be very impoverished too, and there's going to be some serious family issues when it comes to money.
Yeah, adding to what you said, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm just saying that her character represents the character of the family. I think
Yes, a lot of
that a
times.
lot of times.
Mhm.
So here, one toxic Filipino culture is that when a lot of Filipino families would think or would look at their children as investments, and when they grow old, they're looking at their daughters or their, especially daughters,
Right.
their daughters or their children,
Mhm.
to look after them when they grow
Right.
old. So if that Filipino is with a foreign partner, then the chances are a lot of times they're looking at that foreign partner as someone who would help the entire family. That's why, I'm not saying that, when you marry the Filipina, you marry the entire family, but sometimes there's some truth to that.
Gotcha. And I
Mhm.
agree. I totally agree with that. Right.
Mhm. Tony Rain, hello, welcome to our live stream.
What's up, Tone?
I definitely believe that they shouldn't start making paternity test mandatory because we might find out we all have the same father. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was I think
Yeah.
that was from our video, right?
Mhm.
Right. And I don't. I mean, I see that you're joking there, but I don't have a problem with mandatory paternity tests.
I don't have a
I
problem.
think
either.
I
think
I think it's a good idea.
yeah, it
to
is
be
a good
honest.
idea, to be honest. And I think the only people who are going to have a problem with that paternity test is someone who's doing
Well,
some
something,
sneaky,
yeah.
sneaky.
It was,
Yeah.
someone was
So if you
doing
don't have
sneakily.
anything to hide, why would you be afraid?
I don't think it should matter, right?
Mhm.
All right.
So,
Okay. Sam Call said,
Sam Cowley said to Fantasy, the only issue is you can tell her situations when you're first meeting. Even the really poor woman dresses like not so poor one. I
true
agree.
enough,
Mhm.
true enough.
Yeah.
And that's not to say I think people should avoid meeting poor,
Yeah.
avoid poor
We're
women.
not saying
I'm
that.
just, I think, in my opinion, I think finding a woman who is at your level and vice versa
Yeah.
is kind of important for a lot of reasons. There's always exceptions. There are always exceptions. You could find quality woman who is impoverished and could use your help or whatever. There's
Mhm.
definitely exceptions, but I think for me, and I think most guys would want to find a woman who they feel like is close to, or if not at their level, where they can actually learn something from her too,
Mhm.
right? So I don't know.
Sometimes it's not really at your level because financially wise, for the most part, the Western man coming here in the Philippines
Mhm.
is way more advantageous financially.
Good point.
But
Because I didn't mean it I didn't mean it financially, but that's a good point. I'm glad
Mhm.
you pointed that out
Mhm.
because I didn't mean it that way. But go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, but also I understand what you're trying to say about the level of maturity,
Right,
intellect,
there you go.
emotional,
There you
and
go.
all that. But it's not that Western men are just literally hunting for women that are impoverished. Because Sam has a great point here that a lot of people here dresses nice
Mhm,
and smells nice that you won't even think that they're impoverished.
mhm.
So, they present themselves
Sure.
well, but only if you dig deeper that you'll find out the financial or the family situation.
Right.
So, yeah, good
Right.
point.
Okay.
Mhm.
There we go.
So, Clint said, do we gravitate towards the same women there as here in the US, but feeling like we're getting a discount? What do you think?
I don't know. By discount, I guess you're saying, are we getting more? Are we getting more for more
For
bang for your buck?
value?
Yeah, and I do. That's to me, that's the difference. If you're asking me this, the real difference is more Filipino women are going to be fit, feminine, and friendly. More Filipino women are going to take care. They're going to not just take care of their men, but they're going to take a lot of pride in taking care of their men. The quality Filipino woman is going to handle all the household stuff. She's going to go out, she's going to make it easy for you to provide and protect because she's going to do all the other stuff and she's going to do it with a smile because she knows the benefit that you're bringing to her life.
Mhm.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
So if that means getting a discount, then I say yes. Then I
Mhm.
would say yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So Tiger Ronnie said the game is different in my opinion. You can win in the Philippines. In the West, you could win the lottery easier.
Right. Yeah, it'd be easier to win. Exactly. Exactly. I think you can. The difference in the game is here. You can actually win. You
Mhm.
can actually win the game. At home, I think you're doomed.
Mhm.
Your chances of winning are like the lottery
Mhm.
almost. Or
Yeah.
like the lottery, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So DG said what he said, Cheng, 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yeah.
My bad,
She
DG.
she don't know. She don't know, DG.
Mhm.
And by the way, since you don't know, let me put you up on game
Mm.
before you correct me next time. There's a famous game show at home
Mm.
that all of us, most of the people in this audience have watched. It's called what was it called? Love Connection, I believe it was called.
Mm.
And Chuck Woolery, the advertising, he would take a break and he would say, "We'll be back in 2 minutes and 2 seconds." So I just took that phrase and applied it to the phone calls and
Gotcha.
said, 2 minutes and 2 seconds
My
will give
bad.
you, right?
I'm sorry.
That's all good. It's all good,
Mhm.
right?
I'm gonna read that. Mr. is here. Oh yeah.
Thank you, sweetie. All right.
So
All right. All right.
Mm.
And Mr. Smith said, who won the game, right? I think you can win the game here.
Mhm.
I think you can win the game here. I think the game is rigged at home, right?
But
Right.
speaking of game, please don't say anything about
Yeah,
football.
please. No football comments. No college football comments. I watch college football after this, so that's what I do with the rest of my Sunday. It's my time. And shout out to USC. That was, to me, the game of so far. The game of the day is the game of USC and Illinois. That was an awesome game. We didn't come out winning, but USC on the road against Illinois. That was a good game.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
All
So
right. And look at Slick Rick. You know what, man? We gonna have a problem, man. But actually, we're out of it, bro. We're out of the running. We ain't going to get into the playoffs. So I don't care about the score. But I'm glad the Giants won a game. Right. And they're playing the freaking Rockies, though. The Rockies ain't even won 60 games this year. Anyway, okay.
Troy said, great live, guys. Great topics and good discussions. Gotta go. Have plans to catch back to Australia. I'll be back in December. Stay safe, guys. Love that hair, Cheng. Thank you so much.
Troy, much appreciated. We always appreciate having you in our
Thanks
chat
for dropping
and adding
by.
to the quality, brother.
That's right. I don't want to read that.
Okay. All right. Mr. Mr. said, oh, shit.
Here we go again.
Yeah. All right. And all right.
All
Let's
right.
see.
So Novel said, Richie, I did warn you, reading comments can be dangerous now. Look, we have drama.
There's no drama. There's no drama.
It's
Yeah.
constructive discussion.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good discussion. People don't always agree. And that's it. I think that's a good thing because it allows you to hear other people's opinion. I think that's always a good thing, right? All right. So now we got football talk, right?
So, yeah. So DG said, Mr. said, gotta go foreign. That tricycle driver salami don't hit the same. Missing something. Later.
Mr. You my dude, man. You are my dude. Let's see. All right. And Frank Ellis said they want to be saved. And so to your point, right, you said a lot of Filipinos want to be saved. So Frank Ellis is right with you. And actually, you convinced me. Good job with your counterpoint, with your rebuttal. You got me convinced. Both of you guys do. So, okay.
So Tiger Ronnie said, I love it when a Filipina has dark hair. There are plenty or dyed blonde hair here in the States.
Right, dude. What and Tiger, don't get me started, bro. Ronnie, don't get me. I'm gonna stop calling you Tiger because now I know that you're actually Ronnie, and Ronnie's my dude. So yeah. Hey, and Ronnie, really quick. Sorry, we opened up the whiskey, bro. We opened up the whiskey 2 days ago, and at the end of that, we had a really rough day, and we actually sat down and opened up that bottle of whiskey that you brought, and we had actually had whiskey and conversation, and it was awesome. So shout out to we gave a toast to you too, actually. So shout out to you for that. Appreciate you.
Thank you so
much. But the
much.
other bottle's still unopened.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Where are we at? Where we at? Okay. No. Yeah. Don't say the score. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's get to the next point. What's the next point in our live stream? And I'll sift through the comments. Right?
Okay. All right. So as previously mentioned.
Here, while you're sifting through that, you guys, please don't forget to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. We're trying to grow our audience. We're expanding our audience, so it's to where we're doing more things and talking about more topics, not just the Philippines, but we love talking about the Philippines too. So that's never going to go away. But we do want to expand and be able to address other topics outside of that. So please hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay, go ahead.
So we were talking about, some Filipinas want to be saved. So let's talk about the saving angle. So a lot of foreign guys would really want to genuinely help that person. Let's say, for example, helping them to catch their own fish by, number one, helping them when it comes to education. So, there are younger Filipinos who are still, want to pursue a degree and, they're having a hard time going to college because college is spendy. And, that foreign guy, I really want to help you, but you have to help yourself too.
Exactly.
So my means of helping you is by helping you when it comes to your education, so
Mhm.
that later on you can help support yourself. So I think that those are like positive stories. But when it comes to housing, I think that, education, I'm good if you're going to help someone in terms of their education, so that
Mhm.
later on they'll get a good job.
Mhm.
But when it comes to housing, so let's say, for example, you are going to help that person find a decent place, and then you're going to pay for the rent.
Mhm.
What do you think about that? I think that for me is leading with money. It's
Why,
not.
but why are you doing all that? Just because
Mhm,
you're a great guy?
so because you want that person to be living a little comfortable than that
So
what
you're
they
just
have
being a
before.
great guy. You don't
Yeah.
want anything in return.
Mhm.
It's just completely altruistic.
Of course, you're expecting something in return, but what I'm saying is that if you're helping someone
Mhm.
to get, help them when it comes to their education, that's fine with me, because you're teaching her to be
Mhm.
to get something later, get a job later. You're not totally helping her out of nothing. So, but when you help someone get a house, or when you're
What do you mean
helping
help them get a house? When I'm
or
sorry, you're
uh,
losing me when you say help them get a house.
help them or move them out of their current living
Mhm.
condition, and then move them out to a better uh
So
dwelling place.
okay,
You're
so
paying.
again, why would you do that? What's the reason? So in your scenario, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm
Mm-hmm,
just trying to understand
mm-hmm,
you. So in your scenario, you find someone who's kind of poor and impoverished or whatever, and you say, hey, let me help you,
mm-hmm.
and you want nothing at all in return. You just see this girl and you want to help her, so you find her you go get a house for her or
No,
an apartment.
to me my point is that
Mhm.
if you are going to find someone and then transfer her into a comfortable living place, that's not saving. That's, you want something in return, like you have what do you call that, motive,
Yeah,
ulterior,
you haven't you
ult,
haven't there's a motive. Yeah, you
yeah,
want
there's a
something
motive.
it's it's not altruistic.
Mhm.
Altruistic it is you're just doing it just to
Just to
be
do it.
nice, just to be nice, right? You want something. Is there an expected reciprocation?
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Whether unspoken,
Hmm.
agreement, that whether, because if you're going to help me when it comes to my education, for
Hmm.
example, I would be so grateful to you, and I will be thinking of ways on how can I give back to
Hmm.
you. So whether or not you're telling me that I want you to do this
Hmm.
after you graduate or
Hmm.
something like that.
Right.
But in my mind, I will be thinking of ways on how can I give back to you. So I think that's, for
I
me,
think a
that's,
quality woman would
yeah.
be doing that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I agree. I
mm.
hear you.
So yeah.
Um, um, I, I hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm,
I don't know about the whole notion of going out and finding someone a place to live and all
mm-hmm,
that stuff. I mean, I don't know. I think that would seem like too much for me.
mm.
Like doing
Because
all of that. Yeah.
because the moment there are let's just put it out there that there are foreign guys, when they see the current living situation of
Hmm.
that Filipina, they feel sorry for them.
Why?
Because why would you live in?
Why?
Hmm?
There's millions of Filipinos.
Mm-hmm,
Why do you that are living in the same conditions?
mm-hmm,
There's okay, hundreds of thousands of Filipinos. They're living in the same conditions, if not
mm.
worse. Why do you feel sorry for this one?
Because there's some kind of connection, because there's some kind of
So
attraction,
why
connection.
not save the other ones? Why not
Hmm.
help the other ones?
Because this is the one that you really want to be with. You have this attraction to this person, you have this connection, so
Okay.
you chose this person.
So is
And
it because this person is in a weakened state or an inferior state that you feel like is it that you're really here's my question. This is
okay.
what I'm trying to get at.
Mm.
And I'm not disagreeing with you,
Mm-hmm,
by the way. I'm
mm-hmm.
hearing what you're saying. Is it that you're really trying to save her, you're really trying to help her, or that you see her as being in an inferior state and you see that that you can take advantage of a situation? She needs you. This is a woman who doesn't want you, but she needs you, so you have control or advantage in a situation. That's all. That's what I'm asking. Because I think both situations exist. I think there's a lot of guys that are looking. Let me rephrase that. I think there are some guys that are looking to be with a woman who needs them,
Mm.
and because that gives them the control in that situation. Instead of looking for the woman who wants to be with them, why else would you go out and look? That's my opinion.
I got
that's my
you.
opinion. Yeah,
I got you.
I'm not disagreeing or discounting what you
Uh-huh.
said at all.
Yeah.
Because I hear you.
Mhm.
But yeah,
I got you. I got you now.
Yeah.
It made me think because you wouldn't help someone if sometimes there's you help someone because there's something in return.
you're getting something from it,
Yeah.
and it gives you the upper hand. Sometimes we've talked about in the past about who's in control in the relationship or whatever. You're getting the upper hand in a relationship. What? But why would you want to have the upper hand, right? You're looking for a relationship where you both bring something to the table,
Yes.
right? But in that relationship that you're describing, he brings most of everything to the
Yes.
table, right? He's bringing almost. It's very uneven relationship,
Yeah.
right? So she's. I mean, when will she get to the point where it balances?
Balances.
Yeah, I maybe she never does. I don't know. That's just my point
Yeah.
of view. Yeah.
Great point. Made me think.
Right. Okay. And again, I'm not
Yeah.
disagreeing with what you said. Right?
I understand.
All right, back to the Philippines. I had to go back and check my email, bro. I gotta apologize to you. I got your email, and I didn't get back to you, so I apologize. I will get back to you right after this live stream. Please,
I will
please
remind
me.
you.
Yeah. I've been swamped, but no excuses. I apologize to you, and I did get your email though. Okay. So I'll send you a response.
Yes.
All right.
Raymond said that caller is on point with the comment. It's like you said before, you can learn a lot about a woman by her parents.
You can from her family, right? Look at her family. That's going to tell you a lot. If you're trying to vet somebody, yeah, go to their house, look at their family, meet their family, and you're going to learn a whole lot about her, right? You're going to learn about her values, her morals. You get to learn a whole lot about her. That's going to help you a lot, right?
Yeah.
Right. And LaQuay, sorry we did get disconnected. I didn't mean to cut you off, you guys. And I want to remind you guys, we're trying to stay on the 2 minutes and 2 seconds phone call so that we can keep reading, so that we're able to read the phone calls,
And
read the comments and get more phone calls in. So I apologize if I cut you off, LaQuay. That's my fault. Sorry about that, bro.
Okay. So Clint P said, if they start collecting DNA from people, they may think about choices better instead of
exactly about guys will start making better choices, hopefully, and the women would start making better choices.
It goes both ways.
I think it would do. I think the whole DNA. I don't know how we got to the DNA thing.
I'm not sure because someone brought it up, but it's a future.
But I think nothing but good could come out of having mandatory DNA tests. What would the negative be in mandatory DNA test? I don't some women get butthurt because they might get found out.
Yes.
But I don't see any kind of negative. I don't see anything negative from it. So
I agree. Yeah. I mean, the only negative thing that I can think of is that if you're hiding something.
Right. I like how the conversation shifted though from one comment. But I love that. Go ahead.
Okay, so Mr. said paternity tests should have been mandatory since they were first invented. In USA, 30% of men are being cupped. In Jamaica, it's like 70%.
Really? I know it's more than we'd like to think in the US. I know people. There's a lot of women that are for the streets and they're doing their own thing secretly, and when they ain't sure, they're going to point to somebody and say he's the father and cross their fingers, right? But the state doesn't look at it that way. If you get named as the father, and especially if you sign that birth certificate, you're in for a whole lot of hurt, right?
So DG, that's why I'm not doing me and 23.
Exactly. Right.
After this. Okay. So Tony said Filipino women should get more respect for the chance they are taking being with a foreign, because if she chooses him over her family, then he leaves. Her family may hold that over her head forever.
Tony, my question to that, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but why would she need to choose him over her family? That's my only question. Why does she have to make a choice? Why can't she have her family and have
There.
have the dude. I mean,
Balance.
yeah, in a good situation, I'm not saying everything is going to be ideal,
Mhm.
but in the best situation, if you're a foreigner, why would you choose a woman who has to pick between her family and you? I would never want to be in that situation
Mhm.
because
Yeah, I don't
that's a
want to choose.
lose-lose.
Hmm.
That is going to be a lose-lose because she's going to resent you. She's
Mhm.
going to resent you forever if she chooses you, and if
Mhm.
she chooses your family, then then yeah, I'm not sure why she would need to choose you over her family or vice versa.
Yeah, I
Right.
think as a Filipina with a foreign partner, it is your job to bond the two together.
Mhm.
So I'm the, like, what do you call that, mediator, or
Mhm.
is that a mediator?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a mediator.
The liaison.
Yeah. So you make sure that the foreign partner is comfortable with the family, and the family is comfortable with
Right.
the foreign partner,
Part of
and
the
you
job.
should
Right.
ensure that they maintain a good relationship. So yeah, and as someone in a relationship, you need to set healthy boundaries, because the relationship is between the two person involved. And once you allow the family to have a say about your relationship, I mean, they can say, they have their opinions, but don't let those opinions get in the way of your relationship.
Exactly.
Mhm. So the Gamma Effect said, but the Filipinas on my level have that Western attitude because she has a good
And you
job.
know what, Gamma? It ain't easy, brother. I'm telling you, the dudes who come here thinking that Filipinos are going to be submissive, they're going to get their feelings hurt. There's just too much social media out there telling them to act otherwise, and it becomes imperative that you don't get caught up messing around with the low hanging fruit. That you find a quality woman,
Mm.
and you got to find a quality woman. And I'm not saying it's easy, but to do that, for starters, you got to be a quality man. And but finding a quality woman is not. It's easier here than it is maybe in other places. But I ain't saying it's easy, brother. I hear you. I definitely hear you.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mm.
right? And did you say give me the lotto numbers, Cheng?
Yeah, I
Right. Yeah.
already won it, the
Yeah.
lotto. Sorry. So, okay. It's okay, Cheng. I didn't know the 2 minutes and 2 seconds reference
Right.
either.
That he's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Right.
gotcha. Hello, Henry. Thank you for joining
What's up,
us.
Henry? What's going on, brother?
Carlton also. Thank you so much, Carlton, for joining us on our live stream.
Absolutely.
So,
And Carlton,
welcome back. Welcome.
welcome. Don't be shy. If you want to comment, always just drop your comments. And if you want to call in and add your 2
Take.
minutes and 2 seconds, call in and give your take. All right.
All right. So,
Wait, what? Carlton. Sorry, because he's dropping comments here, and I'm thinking I might know who this Carlton is.
Okay.
Carlton, where are you from, bruh? Where are you from? All right. So and first, do we know each other? Second, where are you from, bro? All right. So
Okay.
now I'm you got me curious. Anders said there's no room for second best, bro, and there isn't. There is absolutely no room for second best, right? All right. And Derek, now you're gonna rub some salt in the wound, bro. That's what you're doing now, right? How about the Dodgers? Look, shout out to the Dodgers, bro. They got a good quality organization. They won again, and they keep bringing quality players into the organization. And shout out to them. You gotta give credit where credit's due. I hope the Giants can do the same in the future. The Giants had their run in the early 2000s, but now it's the Dodgers' turn. So yeah, how many World Series you guys won? Finally won one, but okay, you got a couple more to win. Just saying, right?
Okay. So Naval said Ronnie likes those Western women with short blue and pink hair.
Yeah, I stay away from them. If you got colored hair, I'm staying away. I know it sounds crazy. You got a multitude of tattoos, not doing it. If you got hooped earrings, not doing it. If you got what do you call those? The
Mason ring.
Yeah, but there's a
septum ring.
If you got that, not doing it. If you got any kind of piercings on your face, not doing it. If you got tattoos on your face, not doing it. If you're wearing a whole bunch of luxury or
How about jewelry?
jewelry, I'm cool with as long as it's not excessive. But if you got a whole bunch of what do you call it, luxury brand name stuff, not doing it. Yeah, you can miss me, go to the next dude. Yeah, you're just wasting. I mean, unless you're just coming by to say hi, then I'll say hi. But he wants you.
Mhm.
Yeah, that dude right there, that dude wants you, but it won't
Not
be
me.
me. Yeah, it won't be me. Yeah, because you're gonna be a problem for me.
Yeah.
You're gonna be an expensive problem for me, and I don't want problems. Yeah.
Mhm. Thank you, Slick Rick, for reminding us. To those who wish to be on the couples connection in future lives, please email Rich and let him know. richie.rich.travels2@gmail.com.
Yeah. You guys, we've had a couple people call in and want to be on Couples Connection or send an email, and it's really, really cool. But then when it comes time to mic up or cam up, for some reason, technically they're not able to do it. Not their fault. It's just somehow it doesn't work out. So we always try to get the tech out of the way before the show, and sometimes it just does not work out. We want to bring in a show. We know you guys like the Couples Connection, but sometimes it just doesn't work out when we're trying to get it to work out. Yeah. Luca's in the house. We want to say hello.
Luca.
What's up, Luca? We always appreciate having you in here.
Yes.
Right.
So Tiger said, I would not mind helping Ronnie. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm up on game now. Yeah, it's Ronnie. Yeah.
So I would not mind helping with education, but I would not want to help out with the whole rest of the family.
Yeah. For what?
For what? Yeah.
For what?
It is her
yeah.
responsibility to help her family, but not with your money.
Yeah, they did fine. They did fine before she met me. They did fine. I mean, in certain situations, maybe, but at my discretion, not because they're asking me for money or nothing like that. But yeah. Again, I really consider myself to be lucky because as long as I've known you, your family has never hit me for money or I mean, if they ask you for money, then you just don't tell me, and I appreciate that. Really appreciate you leaving me out of that and leaving the family thing. But if nobody in your family has ever asked me for money, and everybody's got a job.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a job and everybody's doing well, so they've never needed to. So I appreciate that, but I also consider that being part of vetting people and putting yourself in a situation where you're around quality people. So I definitely appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh.
You do it.
DG said, if I'm going to help, I expect a strong microphone check. You don't get it?
I get it.
Okay. All right. All right. Got you. Got a kid. Got a kid. We're learning. Okay. All right.
So Anders said, I should just pay for a cute Filipina, get her nursing degree in return for taking care of me in my old age.
You know what, Anders? I'm gonna say this, bro. I don't know about you. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I don't want to be alone by myself when I'm old and frail and dookie on myself.
I won't let you dookie on yourself.
Oh, you won't be able to stop me. you won't be able to stop me. But hopefully you'll help me clean it up.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But you won't be able to stop me from doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really don't. I don't. I'm that dude. I've done all my playing and all that stuff. I'm looking for a quality woman who's going to be with me and who's understands there's going to be a time when I'm probably going to need her. You know, I'm probably going to need her when I get older. So
I need
my
to
thinking
get
is,
my weights in.
yeah. So my thinking is, I just want to. I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be by myself. So yeah, I'm cool with now. It's easy for me to take care of myself and all that. But I understand I have to invest now to get a return on my investment later.
Yeah, I'll better go to the gym now so I can lift some weights later. Make sure I have strong quads, calves.
To wipe my booty? What?
Huh? And of course, like for example, anyway, the Gamma Effect said the rent is very cheap on the Philippines when we compare to USA. I can pay rent in the Philippines for less than USA women demand for a date.
Exactly. Exactly. Bro.
Yeah, but
and that matters.
Yeah, it matters, but you know that makes it easier for a lot of Western men to just jump in and pay that.
And that's
because
the downside of
the
it.
downside of it is because it's cheap. It's
That's
even
all, no problem.
That's
only
why
$20.
that's why a lot of Filipinas will have that thinking that all foreign guys will do the same thing for her.
I was walking down the street maybe yesterday or 2 days ago, and a kid probably 8 years old, and he saw me, came running up to me, said, "Can you give me some money?" Where would he get that idea that I would give him some money?
Because some other guys gave him the money.
Yeah, so my point in mentioning that is that if you put yourself in that situation, if you put yourself out to be a walking ATM, that's how people are going to treat you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they're going to treat the rest of us too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So you teach people how to treat you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right. All right. Anthony Ross.
Hello, Anthony.
Aunt
Welcome.
Ross is in the house,
Mhm.
and that is a new name, if I'm not mistaken. Is that a new name?
I'm not sure, but just in case, welcome
Yeah.
to Rich Rich Abroad.
Yeah,
So hi guys.
Definitely a new name,
Ah, okay.
right? Because he gave you the Regina Hall compliment, right?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Hi guys, I just tuned in after coming in from the movie theater. I couldn't help noticing how much Cheng resembles actress Regina Hall. Is there any relation? No relation at all.
Yeah. Have you
But
heard that
thank you.
before?
Yes.
Yeah.
More
Once?
than
Maybe
no,
once?
not
Yeah.
once, not twice, a lot.
Yeah.
Po.
That's-
Thank you, and
yeah.
I take it as a good compliment.
It is a
Thank you,
compliment
po.
for sure. It's definitely a compliment. Anthony, thanks for dropping in. We always appreciate having new people in our live. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and please subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. We promise we'll do our best to bring some quality content your way.
Yes, for sure.
All right.
So, Mr.
Yep.
said, I helped my ex-Pinay Joa's family. It was her dream to open her own restaurant, but she didn't have the confidence to do it. I encouraged her, brainstormed a menu, tested items, and she finally did it. I mean, there are times where a lot of times the Filipina has less experience than that of a Western man. And, the Western man, a lot of times, would be the best person to give her that confidence boost and give her advice that she might need, especially like, for example, opening up a restaurant. She may not have that business
Yeah,
experience.
she can cook, but she don't understand the business
side of it.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's
Right.
a good partnership.
Right. Right. Good point. Right.
Mhm. So Anders said, the gamma effect, that depends on a bit on where you live, both here and there. I pay less per square feet where I live in the US than BGC.
Okay. All right. Well, BGC can be expensive.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that's the top notch area out here in
Mhm.
Makati. So yeah, it depends on your lifestyle, how you want to live, and how you're getting down, right?
Sorry, Annie, let me just correct you a little. BGC is in Taguig, not in Makati.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Yes, po. Mhm.
Okay. So it depends on where you want to live, and BGC is a more expensive area in
Yeah,
Taguig.
Taguig. Yes.
In Taguig.
Mhm,
Thank you.
Taguig.
Thank
You're
you, dear.
welcome.
Slap me around.
No.
Now you want to.
No, because you sorry po. No.
Me.
No.
From the people. No, I appreciate that because I've been saying Makati all the time. So, right.
Okay, so Mr. said she got it done after we broke up, but it all started from a series of conversations and actions with me.
Right.
Well, the point is, you helped her.
Yeah, you inspired her, right? You inspired her. And that's where I think a lot of times, again, you mentioned maybe she can cook, but she doesn't have the business acumen or the experience. And even we might not know how to open up a restaurant, but probably have a lot of better ideas when it comes to business and how to run a business, or how the logistics or different stuff like that. Marketing, networking, and all of that stuff, right? And hiring and and all that stuff. So yeah. Okay. I think we're close to the bottom of our let's see. And Gamma said, yeah, but BGC is the most expensive place in the Philippines.
It is.
It's close. If it's not, it's close to it.
Yeah, and then Makati.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Yeah, because there are a lot of expensive condos here in Makati
for sure.
as well.
Absolutely.
Super expensive,
Yeah,
especially the high end.
There's a reason it don't flood here.
Yeah.
There's a reason we don't get flooded here, right?
So Rhoda said, as much as I want to engage to the live stream, but I'm out and my internet connection won't permit me. Sure, I will watch the replay when I get home. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, Rhoda.
For sure. And Rhoda, we appreciate you and Luca dropping in. And we always hope that we can get more women in our live stream. It really helps. I think it always lends to the quality of the conversation, for sure, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Clint P said, nobody gives anything in the beginning and doesn't want anything in return. So let's say continually do things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I think there's very little done in relationships that's altruistic. I think there's always, you want to return, you want something back,
Mhm.
you want some kind of reciprocation. And I'm not saying I don't think that's a bad thing.
Mhm.
I think relationships, no matter what kind, except for a parent and children,
Children.
are transactional. I really
Mhm.
do. So, and I don't, I agree with you, Clint.
I agree with you,
Yeah.
Clint. Like for example, also when I do something for you, all I want to hear is a thank you. That's it.
Yeah,
So you want something.
you want something back, right? You
Mhm.
want something back, right? Gamma says some families have silly reasons for disapproving. They do. Sometimes it's just they're hating on you.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just hating on the family member who's in a situation now where she can rise up, and they're still stuck where they are.
Yeah, and sometimes, the unfortunate thing to hear is when, the family members are the people who will drag you down
Right.
sometimes, no? So that's sad.
For sure, for sure.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. Oh, here, quiet. You want to read that one?
Okay po. So Mr. said they made fathers by
Right.
default a law before they made mandatory paternity tests a law. Fathers by default lets her pick any random man and put his name on the birth certificate, and now he
Yeah.
has to pay.
Right. And that's why it's really important for men to go out and don't sign a birth certificate if you're not 100% sure. Don't sign nobody's birth certificate. I don't. You might love the kid. You might love the idea of being a
Mhm.
father to a newborn baby, but be smart. Be smart. Guard your resources. And if you're not sure, don't sign the birth certificate and ask for a DNA test.
Mhm.
Ask for as soon as you can. Get a DNA test. Test that baby. Don't get yourself stuck in a situation where you're paying child support for a kid, and you will be stuck in a lot of states. You'll be stuck paying child support even for a kid that's discovered later that isn't your kid if you sign that birth certificate.
Yeah,
So
you can.
so don't put yourself in a bad situation like that.
Mhm. So Tony said the question is, are we really trying to save her, or through our actions we're trying to save ourselves? Because when we help each other, people, we help ourselves. Yeah,
I
good point.
I agree with that, and I'm never gonna just. I never agree. I never think helping people is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
What I question is the mentality. What's
What's
the mindset of you helping somebody?
that person?
What is it? Is it truly altruistic? Are you truly wanting to put yourself in a situation where you're in a relationship where you have the upper hand on somebody, or is it just because you're a great guy? Maybe somebody is a great guy,
Mhm.
or maybe somebody is being altruistic. They just feel like I got a lot of extra money, I can help this person. I'm with that. I have no problem with that. But I do believe that there's a lot of people that are in situations where that's not the case.
Mhm.
That they just want to have the upper hand. They want to be in control of a relationship and control that person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also I think, adding to what Tony said, I think it it's the feeling that makes them feel good with
Hmm.
helping other people. So,
Right.
even if they don't expect anything in return,
Hmm.
they would feel some kind of way that, if I help this person, it makes me feel good.
Right.
So it's like a reward or something that you do that helps you
But
make
that's
yourself feel
okay.
fulfilled.
That's okay because that's altruistic. You're getting something out of it, and
Mhm.
you're not asking something,
Mhm.
right? You're just doing it because it makes you feel good. I'm cool
Mhm.
with that,
Mhm.
right? I question the intention. That's all.
Okay,
And if your
gotcha.
intentions are good, then so be it. Then that's
Mhm.
cool,
Mhm.
and I applaud that.
Mhm.
But I do think that there are some men out there
Mhm.
that don't have good intentions.
Mhm. For
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
Al Bundy said,
Hello, Al. I think a lot of Filipinos are responsible enough that they don't need Western men to save them from anything. I think before a Western man come here, there a lot of Filipinos are doing okay.
they're
They
doing okay.
survive. I
They're not
mean,
doing great,
they're
but
not
yeah,
doing great. They're doing okay. They're surviving every day.
right,
So if you come in and then feel sorry for them and put them in a situation where they will be comfortable, that's up to you. But
right,
they're doing fine without your help.
right. Exactly, exactly. Okay.
So Rodney said, "Hello, Richie and Cheng. It's been a long time since I've been here. It's good to be back again. Welcome back."
Rodney, it's good to have you back,
Mm-hmm.
brother. It's good to have you back. I hope you're doing well, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, should I read that? Okay. Tiger said, "Dang, fantasy novel got me. He must be Brandon Sanderson." Okay. The stream is quiet because you haven't called, Tyrone. Black box.
Black box just he just now jumped in, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Hello.
DN 30,000 DN 30,001 said is in the house.
Hello.
Said peace and salute. Okay, peace
Yes.
back at you.
Mhm.
And actually we're at the end of our live stream. We're getting close to it, right?
Yes. So Fantasy Novel said, haha, Ronnie, right now I'm reading Wheel of Time. I'm not far enough for Brandon Sanderson, but
Right.
close one.
Right. And Christopher Michael, thank you, bro. Because I think sometimes we just sometimes we do that pretend thing. But let's understand. I mean, why not just be real? We always have motives. We
Not
always
just men, also women.
yeah, he said men, but I hear you. I think most men, and I'm not going to say always, but I think most men have motives, and it's not, and I don't think most of their motives are altruistic. That's all I'm saying, right? I hit you with the real shit, right? I mean, it's cool to have the idealistic thought and the fantasy thought, but the real shit is that most men's motives are not altruistic.
Yeah,
That's all
I
I'm
hear
saying.
you.
Okay.
Okay, so Fantasy said, Black Box, speaking of against the law, France
Yes.
made paternity test illegal while back. Have to get court order to find out if you're the father.
Yeah, I have a client that lives in Bordeaux actually, and he told me that it blew me away. It absolutely blew me away that paternity tests are against the law. Yeah, there's no they're not only not mandatory, but they're actually against the law. So you better be careful. You better be really careful, right? Yeah, that's real. All right.
All right, so Ronnie said the last thing I want to get involved in after I retire is starting a new
business. Man, it's a lot of effort. That's a lot of time.
Yeah, it is.
Especially a restaurant. Restaurants require a lot of time. Yeah, a whole bunch of time. All right. Speaking of time, I think that's about our time. It's 2 hours and 1 minute. Again, I really want to shout out. The people who came to our meet and greet yesterday. We had a super good time. We had about 30 people there, which really surprised me. I honestly expected there to be about 10 people there, and we were just going to sit around in a booth and chop it up and all that stuff. But people just kept coming. And no doubt, if Sunshine Shoulders had have come, it would have doubled that. It would have doubled that without a doubt. But we had a great time, and I'm looking forward to the time when Sunshine Shoulders, when we can reschedule it and do it again. We'll make it happen, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. So we want to say thank you to you guys for making our live stream fun and lively and adding to the quality of it. And we're going to take one last call before we get out of here. And I think this is going to be Black Box.
Hello.
Hold on. I keep telling you, don't. Hold on, Black Box. Hold on.
There you go.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
I'm in the stream until I call in.
Okay, good. We love it. We'll let you get the last word.
You're talking about paternity. There's a couple of states in the U.S. now they take away the no fault divorce.
Kentucky being one of them.
Women,
yes.
Right. That's the first one I heard about. That the women just can't go and then get everything. They don't have no fault now. So now the women are crying here, and that divorce rates in Kentucky just drop.
Right. It makes a difference when women have less when they have less options to just opt out and wake up in the morning and say, I'm not happy anymore. Give me half of what you got. Then they start acting a little different, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And my job gave me a plaque for 24 years of service.
Hey, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well, I'm retired. I don't work there no more, but they surprised me. Hey, here you go, dummy. Here's a plaque.
Congratulations on that. It's always good to feel and be appreciated, ain't it?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And I'll try to make it earlier to the next one next week. I was just busy.
Better late than never. We always appreciate you having you in here. And today we gave you the last word, brother.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right. Thanks, Rich. Thanks, Cheng. Take it easy.
Okay. That was a good way to end our live stream. You guys, we really appreciate you. And from having people from all over the place Anders from Norway. I know you're not in Norway right now, Anders, but you're from all over the place, right? Because you've lived in a ton of different places. But Troy from Australia, KB sometimes, just having an assortment of people. Morris from Bermuda, having an assortment of people from all over the planet, calling in and dropping their comments. We appreciate you guys, and thanks for your support. We always appreciate you. If you haven't done so, please give us a thumbs up on this video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. We'll do our best to give you guys some quality content and keep you coming.
Yeah. So one final take on this topic about.
Why you always gotta have the last word?
I just have this realization in my mind. So it's we're talking about exploiting or saving. At the bottom line is, or at the end of the day, it's about love or loving that person, whether you are doing some transaction or doing it out of love. It's the both person in that relationship will get to benefit from each other. And at the same time, the true act of love for me is that person is willing to change himself or herself so that the other person will get to experience the love that he or she truly deserves. So
Agreed. Agreed. Okay. I don't think either side is getting an advantage for the most part. I think in that scenario where somebody found a Filipina in the gutter or under a bridge, and maybe he has a distinct advantage in the relationship, but I think that's a very small minority of the situations we're talking about. I think it's a transaction. I really do. I feel like no side has the advantage. And if you're a quality man and you're going out there and you're choosing quality women instead of just low-hanging fruit, then you're going to get a woman who reciprocates and who gives back what you put into the relationship. That's what I'm thinking.
Sure. Yeah.
So anyway, all right. With that, we'll put an end to our live stream. We're going to get something to eat. I don't know if y'all heard my stomach growling this whole time. It's usually you, but today is me. I'm a little gassy or something. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to get something to eat and get out of here. And you guys, thanks so much. We love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Our next video is going to be popping off tomorrow. So we'll see you then, and we'll see you in the next live stream. So
we'll
take care. And anything else? That's it.
Yeah. Support us don't forget, by just liking and dropping a comment on every video. It would really help us a lot. You can send us a super chat or super sticker, but I mean, you can do that if you want to. We always appreciate that. But the biggest support you guys can give us is liking our videos, subscribing, and dropping comments for sure. Yeah. So we always appreciate that. Thank you guys very much. We love you, and we're out of here. Yeah. Deuces. We're out. Dun, dun.